Hello everyone, I'm Marina in Nail Sakramel School. My today's model loves doing her own nails. Let's take a look at some of her manicure mistakes. Spoiler alert, this video is going to be exciting. Let's get into it. Here are the nails that my model did herself. I must admit that there is nothing horrible about them. She did a pretty good job but made a few mistakes. The coating ended up too thick and layered due to sculpting issues. I'm going to transform these nails. Let's do a nail fill. I need to remove most of this coating first, leaving just a thin layer left. While removing it, I noticed that there were huge liftings in the cuticle zone on the majority of the nails. I need to remove them now to prevent our next coating from lifting. This coating seemed rather suspicious to me. With a close-up view, you can see that it peels off unevenly. It feels like it did not get cured properly due to its pigment. Do you like manicure and nail extensions? If you do, join my new online course on nail sculpting from zero to pro and get your certificate. The course is available worldwide. For more information, click the link in the description box below. Especially this coat of color that started to clog my drill bit. So I had to clean it with an orange wood stick and a special brass brush. Given all these issues, I assume that my model has a bad lamp that is not powerful enough to cure her materials. This thing on the thumb took us by surprise, to be honest. The coating started to wrinkle as I was trying to remove it. That's when I realized that it was still soft on the inside. This is polygel. Look, we can grab it from this hole. The thing is that this material is very pigmented. The lamp was not powerful enough to cure it well. It got cured on the outside but remained soft on the inside. It's like an undercooked pie. I degreased the nail and removed the coating. It took me a while to do it, as you might have guessed, because the drill bit kept getting clogged with polygel. But I did it, guys. Now you know how to handle this. This nail fill will include nail extensions as well, so I need to file the free edge to prepare the nails for sculpting. In the meantime, I will tell you why my model's nails did not last long, why most of them broke or peeled off. One of the reasons is her occupation. My model is a manager at a pickup point of a marketplace like Amazon, where people can receive their orders. She has to deal with boxes, that's why her skin is really dry and there's a lot of pressure on her nails for sure. No wonder they're so fragile. The model told me about her journey. She took a manicure course at a salon to become a nail tech and even managed to work there for 3 months. She has a first-hand experience. So I asked her why she decided to work at a pickup point when she could have worked as a nail technician, earning way more money. She answered that it was due to some family issues. But I think that I planted a seed of inspiration in her. It's great to be a nail technician, especially if you enjoy the process and have a first-hand experience. Just give it a shot. You should never give up on your dream job and keep going. I said this to my model. I invited her to our nail courses where she could become part of our big professional family. I guess being a nail technician is less exhausting than working as a manager at a pickup point. It's definitely less physical. At pickup points, you move heavy boxes, which is not good for women's health in general. So, if you love nail art and want to have a dream job that makes you happy, never give up on that dream. Make it come true instead. Check the description box if you want to learn more about our manicure courses. Now let's get back to our model. I'm going to do a knee file manicure without any cutting tools because her cuticle is thin and dry. I need to lift it, forming a skirt. This curvy nail on the thumb reminds me of a platypus bill. That's what I called it. This shape makes it more exciting to work with. I'm going to remove the cuticle using a blue and white drill bit. It confuses many people because white means soft and blue means coarse, so they simply don't get it. This particular drill bit is coarse, but it's covered with pearl powder, which helps it to polish the skin. It's less aggressive than a regular blue drill bit. I've been really enjoying these drill bits by Crystal lately. The skin looks better now, but we still need to polish it with a silicone carbide polisher. It will help us to perfect it till it becomes smooth and shiny. On this particular nail, the free edge is a bit uneven. It looks like onycholysis. My model broke this nail and it separated from the nail bed. But it's not dangerous because there is no air pocket underneath, so we can safely extend this nail. Done with the manicure, now let's prep the nails, starting with an acid-free primer. The nails are milky white because they're super dry, so I'm going to use an acid-free base coat to prevent chemical burns on the nail plate and other issues. Let's prepare our paper forms. We need to cut them out and make cuts on the sides. On my channel, you will find videos about working with paper forms and doing nail extensions. It's a highly nuanced process. Make sure to check those videos out to learn more about this technique before you get to the next step. It's not that difficult when you know what to do next and how much you should cut off. Some of you may say that it will be easier to use dual forms. Sure, they may seem to be a better option for beginners, but we still need to file the cuticle zone and file out the axis. As for paper forms, we just need to file the nail surface. The tip will be smooth on the inside. There will be a smooth transition from the nail to the extension without any layers or borders. But you should try out different techniques. You might have noticed that in my videos I try to alternate between paper forms, dual forms, and gel tips. A nail tech should ace a number of techniques to choose the best one for each type of skin and nails. It's boring when you know only one extension technique, gel tips for example. You should learn how to work with different nails, to choose from a huge variety of materials and techniques. Before we get to sculpting, I cover up the nail with gel. Then I put a bigger gel drop on top, trying to even it out near the cuticle and stretch it out. I touch it up with a thin brush. There are missing parallels on the nail on the thumb, so I'm going to sculpt them with some jelly gel. It doesn't flow at all, so I don't need to use forms. As you can see, I have a lot of work to do. Today's case includes repair, nail fill, and extensions, but I can tell you that it's the most common scenario. You hardly ever get to work with perfect nails that you can just cover up with a top coat and voila! Our clients want their nails to last for as long as possible, but the longer the nails get, the more they crack and break. Been there, done that. So there is no point to show you perfect nails and cuticles. The content should be exciting and relatable. As for this platypus bill, I'm going to fix it in 2 steps. First, I need to fill this cavity in to get a thin coating. If I apply a thick coat of gel, it will remain soft on the inside, because it's impossible to cure such a thick coat. That's why we divide it into 2. We fill in the cavity and cure it, then we can apply the next coat. Now that we have sculpted and shaped the nail, we just need to touch it up. It's time to use a nail file. Remember that there is a risk of ruining the nail shape by over-filing it. That's why we should keep the coating on the thin side. We don't need mountains of gel. Otherwise, we will waste a lot of time trying to file it. That's where that prejudice about filing comes from. It's not difficult when there is a little to file. Don't forget to turn the nail over to file out the axis. Now I will have to deal with all the previous layers. The drill bit gets clogged as I'm trying to smooth it all out, which means that my model did not cure her gel well. On top of that, she covered it with a reflective top coat. I need to thin the tip down and do one more thing. A 3D nail design from South Korea. I'm pretty sure you saw its versions on social media. But it always has a pink blush in the center. It can be pink or red or any other shade. I don't have water slide decals imitating this design, so I'm going to use this nail art sponge instead. I forgot where I had put it, but its time has come. I use it on top of a liquid base coat. To get a smooth gradient, apply a top coat, cure it in a UV lamp, and paint abstract 3D lines. I'm using a thick top coat. It's going to give them that particular 3D effect. Just paint random lines. Now cure them and rub in chrome powder while they're still hot. These abstract lines look amazing, like some kind of metal alloy or a quicksilver stain. I think we can associate them with different things. It's just a couple of ideas that we came up with. Let me know what this nail design reminds you of. Don't forget to cover up the 3D elements with a top coat. I used to use a liquid one that would flow outside the contours of the lines. But this time I decided to use the same thick top coat and it worked like magic. Don't forget to remove all the leftover glitter. It is not an easy task given that it's pretty hard to remove. But here's the final look. Let me know what you think about this creative nail design. If you enjoyed, give it a big thumbs up and check out more amazing videos on my channel. Wishing you beautiful nails, good luck, bye bye!